Hello, collective and chosen ones. Welcome to my channel. It's so nice to have you here. As always, know that you're loved and appreciated. I hope you've been well. And if this is the first time you're here, welcome. And for all regular viewers, welcome back. So I'm going to continue with presenting to you and generating a momentum of high energy in my readings. I'm not going to lie, for this reading, it's going to be all about lately the intensity of energy, because you're elevating and the demonic spirits and the low vibration is amping up to stop you from getting ahead. So you have been experiencing a lot of psychic attacks, and it's just so much, you're feeling very much over it. Because of that, you've been coming out with a lot of family conflicts. You know, when you're just minding your own business, you're still experiencing them. People just that are in your life, your family members, are just trying to come at you from all angles. So you're experiencing tower moments. Now, if you're a regular viewer, you'll know that I've talked about tower moments for a while now. And tower moments to me is a signal that it's time for another change for the better. So you've been regularly listening to these videos, you know that by now you're going to start getting used to it and embracing it. You've been a target from negative forces. And normally some of your family members don't come at you like this, but this time it's quite bad. But it's time for you to realize what's been happening. These psychic attacks have been directed at you for specific reasons. It's time for you to leave the old, and there's a mass exodus and cleanup to do. You are now starting to prepare for it. You've started to prepare for it for a while, but you just didn't realize how bad things have got by not leaving the old. You're running on an empty cup, and it's time for you to replenish your energy. You're doing things your way, but in return, you're not getting a lot of support, but Spirit's telling you to keep doing it. The veil has lifted, and you're seeing things very clearly. But it's time to just be careful and establishing firm boundaries. This is really important to understand how your energy works and how you need to navigate through life. I'm getting the message that they know you know. So you're seeing things very clearly, and just going through, the veil has lifted. So what you're seeing is that you're having that clarity, and you don't sugarcoat things, and that's in my last reading. Because of that, you are really uncovering and putting a mirror in front of people, or the so-called family members, but really they're not really your family members, even though you're blood related. You're seeing through their lies and deception, and they are absolutely so uncomfortable with it that they started attacking you. And all of a sudden you're wondering what's happening. That's because there's a lot of jealousy around you. They can't understand how you know this and how you're balancing your life, and especially balancing your finances. You're taking your full power back. For a long time, you were confused and they were keeping you stuck, but this is no longer the case. So you're decluttering your life. And when I mean decluttering, I'm talking about not only physically, you're clearing out things, physical things that don't belong to you anymore, because what's happening is that material possession is also a form of energy. So you're not only doing that by clearing out things that you no longer resonate with, you are actually expressing that through your day-to-day dealings and with the people around you. So in effect, you're losing family and some friends. You're learning to embrace and transmute your pain and using that as a power source. You're exiting the matrix, or you have exited already. But because you're still in the surrounding with the 3D and the people that don't want to change, you will be met with a lot of resistance, and people will come at you from all angles. So you won't resonate with this. And I'm talking about anything lately that you come across. Your surroundings, your people, the way they operate, you can't stand it. And so it comes out in a conversation and it's projected back to them. And so they will say something like this: we will never see eye to eye, and I'm not going to make an effort to go your way. So in effect, it's my way or the highway. And if you don't like it, well, you can go. So it's a blessing in disguise for you. You are done with overgiving to others. You no longer feel you owe them anything. So you have a big realization in life and with the people around you. You're very much over the current situation. Spirit's asking you to, some of you may need to still wait. And I know you're at the brink of giving up. Please do not give up in any way. And especially your current situation. You're no longer bound to low vibration, and that's why you're feeling like this, because your energy is just so different to everyone else. Spirit's asking you to take a leap of faith. Don't know if you can see this. Let me just pull this over. Keeping things simple. And I know you have to multitask as well. And you're doing a great job at doing that. But there's certain situation where you need to take some time out and for some fun. Life is getting a bit too serious for you. And I know you have to sometimes be serious with your life to know where you're navigating. But Spirit's asking you to just keep a close eye at everything, but it doesn't have to be so serious. Sometimes you can have a joke, have a laugh, go out with some of the friends who get you, who understands where you're coming from, and who you can reach out. If you feel that you still can't get anyone to reach out, there's always some spiritual community where you can join and reach out, or even some social media where it's just where you can talk to about being a chosen one and how you're navigating through life and how things can be very tough. It hasn't been easy, I'm not going to lie. And I myself have still been undergoing some attacks and just having to look after an elderly who is really not in compliance with what needs to be done. And so I have to keep an eye on my mum. And at the same time, just still continue on living my life. Some of you may have to wait for another 6 months when you can get even more finances so that you can leave the current position or job or environment that you're finding it hard to stay with. And I can tell you, yes, it is hard. And again, I can be honest with you, it's not easy. But as long as you continue to every day and regularly tap into the spirit world and ask for assistance, light a candle every day to clear out all the energy, do some spiritual cleansing, cord cutting, anything that works for you, and just continue to stay in your path. And please do not stoop your level if somebody provokes you with a fight or an argument. This is the last thing you need to continue with that kind of low vibration. So at any given chance, just let that person do what they want. But at the same time, internally, you are building a boundary. If you are confronted with it physically in a conversation or, or even on a phone call, if somebody is, or family member is ripping into you, it's a time to just quieten down and just slow down, take a deep breath and just say, this too shall pass. And I'm here to ask for guidance. Spirit, please help me to deal with this. And I hope this helps, and I'll come back in the next reading. I'm sending you lots of love and blessings, and I welcome any feedback. And I'll say bye for now. Take care.